One of the problems with recruiting for investment banking is not the knowledge or skills you acquire, but the access to talk with real investment bankers to put your best foot forward. Our sponsor, WSO Academy, can provide those connections with 60 head mentors who are finance professionals at top firms like Goldman, Centerview, and JP Morgan. Imagine being able to get on the phone within 24 hours with one of the Academy's 1,300 mentors right before a critical interview. Get on the waitlist for WSO Academy today by clicking the link in the show notes or by visiting wallstreetoasis.com/academy. All right. Welcome to Investment Banking Insights. My name is Alex Mason and I'm your host. This is the show, the only show that I know of anyway, which is why I created it, that helps you learn both the technical and non-technical aspects of investment banking, specifically for you who are focused on recruiting right now. I know it's tough. I know those interview questions are coming. I know there's a lot of concepts that you may not have learned or known in undergrad or during your professions before you got to this point, but never fear. That's why we're here doing this together. We're going through every single question conceivable related to the investment banking recruiting process. And what do you want to talk about today? We're going to talk about liquidation value. Remember, we were talking about the different valuation methodologies several episodes ago. And although liquidation value is not one of the most popular methodologies, it is useful, especially in a situation where a company is near bankruptcy or in financial trouble. This is a way to value a business based on its assets being turned into cash. So that's what we have to remember first. And liquidation, you're selling all the company's assets, you're paying off all the creditors, and then what you have left is the cash. That is your liquidation value. But let's ask ourselves this question. When would liquidation value produce the highest value as a valuation methodology? We talked about how precedent transactions typically are a higher value financially for valuation purposes relative to comparables, relative to DCFs, because there's that control premium aspect of it. But when would a liquidation value produce the highest value? What kind of scenario would that be? Well, it's unusual, but this type of scenario can happen. Here's an example. Let's say that a company trades at less than the value of its assets. Now, in this scenario, let's say for the sake of example, this company is publicly traded, its stock is trading on a stock exchange, and the sentiment in the market is just so bad that the other methods like comparable companies or precedent transactions might actually produce a lower value than liquidation value would. Let's say that a company owns $10 million in factories and has no debt, but the market is valuing the company's equity value at just say $5 million because there's a lot of fear that the company's products are going to become obsolete. And this company that was once this great, incredible firm is now about to reach its demise, but it owns $10 million in factories right now. Now, the company may or may not actually go down. Maybe the product is obsolete, but we don't know for sure. But we can have some degree of certainty that if we sell the company right now, we can get that 10 million out of those factories. And maybe they can be used to produce other types of products. Maybe they're not going to make this obsolescent product or obsolete product, but they can make some new product with the same machines. We don't know that. You see, there's all these little nuances that can go into answering these questions. So it makes sense to understand the possibilities and just open your mind to how these things can work. So liquidation value could produce a higher value than other valuation methodologies in a scenario where there's valuable assets on the balance sheet of the business. Maybe it's cash, maybe it's factories, maybe it's something else. It could be intellectual property or something, but something that someone is willing to pay for, right? Someone's willing to exchange cash for them. But maybe the market sentiment is really bad. And maybe the stock market is valuing this business at a much lower multiple. Maybe there's not a lot of deals going on, and the deals that are going on that are comparable are being done at very low prices. But this company may be unique in some way. And so that's a scenario where liquidation value could produce a higher value than other methodologies. Now, that's the concept for today. A little nugget of knowledge for you. My name is Alex Mason. I'm your host, and this is Investment Banking Insights. We're going to keep talking about valuation. And on the next episode, we're going to explore how we would value a company with no revenue. All right, I'll see you there.